Hello, my name is Rob Curtis, and today I'm going to tell you all about the local wildlife site surveying I've done this season in Berkshire. So I'm going to go through what local wildlife sites are, I'm going to give you some of my highlights of the season, and finally I'm going to finish talking about how you can get involved with the process. So what are local wildlife sites? Well, they are private and public land recognised as having high wildlife value. Where SSSIs represent the best habitat in the county, local wildlife sites are the next level down, non-statutory sites. They're represented by a larger suite of sites, and nationally there are just under 44,000 local wildlife sites, which cover about 5% of the land. In Berkshire, they were previously known as wildlife heritage sites, and they're also known as county wildlife sites or sites of local importance for nature. They can, of course, form vital links with legally protected sites to create essential networks of habitats. So, the Local Wildlife Site Project. In Berkshire, it's entirely run by TVERC. We survey, select and maintain information on local wildlife sites. We provide site reports for landowners and also the site selection panel, and it's they that determine whether or not a site remains on the register. We also support volunteer recorders to carry out additional site surveys, and we'll be doing more on that next year. So, Berkshire local wildlife sites. Well, there are 761 across the county, with most, as you can see, in the West Berkshire, with only about 7 over in Slough to the east. There are also some proposed local wildlife sites in blue on the map, and they cover about 8% of the county land area. Now, approximately 20 to 25 sites are surveyed per year, but this season I surveyed 29 of them. A lot of them were quite small. The majority surveyed were woodlands, 16 of the 29. 3 were solely grassland sites. 2 of those were just lowland meadows, and 1 held some areas of fen. The remaining 10 were a mixture of woodland, grassland and scrub, habitat mosaics. Out of these, 1 was mainly lake and 3 held significant patches of heathland. Now, 7 of the 29 sites had ponds as a habitat feature, but because of the conditions this year, only 4 of them held water. Now, the next few slides, I'm going to show you some of the sites I visited. So, first of all, one of the earliest I surveyed, St Ledger's Collins Copse in Wokingham. It's a privately owned lowland mixed woodland with some oak standards and hazel coppice, and also some plantations of beech and Scots pine. Despite the plantations, there are a lot of ancient woodland indicator species there. I recorded 18 on the day, including bluebell. You can see a little carpet there in top left picture, and some yellow archangel and wood sorrel. You get down the bottom left picture, as well as red currant, 3-nerve sandwort and wood sedge. Elton Farm Meadows in West Berkshire, another privately owned site. It's got some wet woodland, willow-dominated island, and also some lowland meadow and floodplain grazing marsh. A lot of lesser pond sedge out there. Quite a bit of marsh ragwort, grey sedge, and meadowsweet as well. Now, the wetter areas were more diverse. Some ragged robin, a little bit in the bottom picture there, water forget-me-not, square stalk St John's wort, and also some southern marsh orchid, as you can see in the top left picture. Sole Common in West Berkshire. Now, this is the Beebout Reserve, and it has a mixture of habitats. There's a pond, some lowland raised bog around it, heathland, woodland. Now around the pond you've got species such as sundew and common cotton grass, species that you just don't find in Berkshire, certainly quite rare. In the pond itself, there's a bog pondweed and many stem spike rush. Marsh St John's wort was certainly abundant as well. Further away from the pond, there was some common polypoidy fern. Got in the picture there, and some skullcap. Now the site itself is known for its odonata. I only saw emperor dragonfly and blue-tailed damselfly on the day, but there are 19 species have been recorded there in total. But it really is a great site for a lot of these bog plants.
Hello, my name's Catherine Howell and I started at TVERC about 3 months ago as a Biodiversity Officer, and I'm going to very briefly talk about a site that Rob and I visited in August called Hurley Chalk Pit. So it's a very small site, it's only over 1 hectare in size, and it's a BBAT reserve, and it's also designated a local geological site. It consists of a band of beech and yew woodland and a small area of calcareous grassland enclosed within a disused chalk pit. There were several ancient woodland indicator species that have been recorded in the woodland, and during our survey we noted wood melick, bluebell, wood sedge, wood spurge and holly. And the grassland area at the base of the chalk pit base comprises a fine short sward that's rich in forbs that are typical of calcareous grassland. We recorded numerous species including kidney vetch, squinancywort, clustered bellflower, autumn gentian and ploughman's spikenard, and the last two are pictured on the slide. Grassland supports several orchid species with previous records of pyramidal, fragrant and bee orchid. We noted a few orchid spikes during our survey, but they were too far gone over to identify definitively, but we thought they looked like common spotted orchids, which have been recorded there previously. The sheltered pit is also ideal for a range of butterfly species such as chalk-hill blue, brown argus, small heath and small skipper, to name but a few that have been recorded there. And on our way out of the site, we bumped into a couple of local recorders who were going in to do a butterfly transect. So we'll hopefully be receiving some more butterfly records for the site soon. Thank you.
So I'm going to finish off by asking if you would like to become involved with the local wildlife site process. If you knew of any sites near you, any woodland or grassland that may or may not be a local wildlife site, then get in touch and I'll let you know. And if it isn't, then we can get the surveying process started. Perhaps you know a landowner who's got a nice bit of woodland or grassland or any habitat really. Ask them to get in touch, because it's always good to get these sites surveyed, and securing permission from the landowner can sometimes be tricky. Finally, survey support. If you've got some expertise on a particular taxon, then there are opportunities to help. So yes, get in touch. Right, well, thank you for listening. There's more about local wildlife sites on our website. There's a link below, and that includes our living list of sites, as well as a PDF of the site selection criteria, so you can see what it takes to become a local